I touched on this topic in my mini rants video, but I wanted to seethe about it even more. MCU writing is insulting to me, largely in the fact that no dramatic moment can go without a joke to ruin it. Spider-Man 1 and 2, Iron Man, and the Nolan Batman trilogy. These are the movies I look to when I want to watch superhero movies that don't feel like superhero movies. They feel like character dramas with some vigilante aspects to drive the character drama. Now, I'll give it to the MCU. They know their fanbase and how to write for them. That being 30-somethings with the emotional comprehension of a 14-year-old. I get it. All you need is that next movie with insert superhero here to fire those dopamine receptors. On top of that, you only want about 20 seconds of actual serious drama before you become too depressed and scared to continue. Wouldn't want to feel uncomfortable, now would ya? Let's explore some movie scenes and how humor is handled in them. Let's start with the good. The Dark Knight. When Bruce is burning all the documents related to his Batman shenanigans, it's a moment that makes you feel a little depressed. Bruce is planning to give up his position as Batman to save Gotham. You don't want it to happen, but it might be the only option. However, in this moment, we get actual realistic banter.
I can't endure this. Today you get to say I told you so.
Today, I don't want to. But I did bloody tell you. I suppose they're gonna lock me up as well. As your accomplice.
Accomplice? I'm gonna tell them the whole thing was your idea.
If you were in this situation, you'd probably make similar remarks and jokes. I know I would. This feels like a real conversation between two real people. Now, let's take a look at a scene from Infinity War that still twists my balls.
I'm sorry. What's the favor?
If things go wrong, if Thanos gets me, I want you to promise me you'll kill me.
What?
I know something he doesn't. And if he finds it out, the entire universe could be at risk.
What do you know?
If I tell you, you'd know too.
This is almost serious. This is almost a good scene of two characters discussing a dark possibility. But then...
Dude, how long have you been standing there?
An hour.
An hour?
Are you serious?
I've mastered the ability of standing so incredibly still that I've become invisible to the eye.
It's ruined by a really, really useless joke. I didn't laugh when I first saw this. In fact, it took me out of the movie. It made me even less invested than I had been previously. This is why I barely watch anything new by Marvel. I feel my emotional and regular intelligence being insulted by the nonsensical writing. Now, could this scene have some humor? Of course, one of the most typical responses to dark situations is with humor. It's a really common coping mechanism. But I'll tell you, this ain't it. No one, and I mean no one, stands still eating chips while two people discuss one killing the other if shit goes south and say they're trying to be invisible. I hate it. I hate this scene, and I hate nearly every scene Marvel does like this, and it pervades almost all the movies after the first Iron Man. MCU relies on CGI spectacles instead of good writing, and before anyone argues that it's made for kids, no, it's PG-13 for a reason. What kids movie has the Rapture happen in it? What kids movie shows Thanos, Hulk, and Iron Man half deep-fried? What kids movie shows Loki's eyes bulging out while he's being squeezed to death? What kids movie has Barney the Purple Dinosaur shove Kermit the Frog off a cliff so he can get an orange gusher? No, these movies are made for adults, the emotionally stunted kind. Just old enough to handle edgier stuff, but mentally young enough to be entertained by good guy gets beaten down, bad guy wins for a few minutes, then good guy triumphantly gets back up and wins. When Thanos snapped in Infinity War, I wasn't shocked and blubbering my eyes out that people were turning into Swiss Miss. I was interested that the bad guy won in such an impactful way. Then I quickly realized that this was going to be undone in the next movie. Hell, I even predicted that time travel was going to be involved. Mind you, I'm not some writer savant, it was just that easy to see coming. But with all that being said, to end this video, bring crucifixion back, and load the MCU writers onto those crosses.